world what? I'ma need a spaceship. Got hands like the Matrix. You gon' need a facelift. Pounding that drink, boy, I can't even taste it. Yeah, I'm going hard. Best believe I'm gon' make it.
Yo, what it is, what it do, what it look like. It's your boy JB about to wake your game up. Wake it up, wake it up, wake it on up. What's up, gang? What's some gang? Everything else looks strange. And we don't do the lame, so get up, use your brain, then wake up and do your thing. Yes, sir. How's all my folks out there doing? Hope everything is well on your end. Make sure y'all do, like, subscribe, comment, all the stuff. We about to get into it, man. We about to talk about the penitentiary, or the illusion of, you gotta be hard, or you ain't tough enough, couldn't have walked that yard, and all this glory that a lot of people get a penitentiary, when in real life, society look at you as losers, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna say, man, jail not even for the birds. For a grown man to have to squat and cough and get naked, and just the whole get down is very humiliating. It's very disrespectful. It had you mad, you know what I'm saying? Had you upset all the time. And people stop getting mail, and the world forget about you, and it's a messed up environment. And we, tell the young people and make it seem cool, and yeah, I was on level 4 and Soledad, and I hit, Pelican Bay, and back in the day, we wasn't taking none of this, and hyping yourself up to be this big old mobster, tough gangster guy. But really, we should be telling the youngsters it was a waste of time. Gave you a record, made things more difficult, man. And salute to the ones that that grew up in the same environments and dealt with the same stuff and ain't never been to jail, you know what I'm saying? Went to college, or, been successful, or just stayed out the jail, period. That's a flex. But for some reason, people think it's a flex to, yeah, I was on them yards and we was popping, whoop-de-whoop, and, and I remember being a young cat, and my pops went to Soledad, and he was on the level 1. So he'd tell me he had the little gates, and he said we playing golf in there and had the weights, he came out all buff, glowing, light-skinned, green eye, he came out and it was on. And women was on him, boy. Oh, didn't you realize? They was on him, and he had the bus. I was like, what? He made a spread with the tunas and eggs, and this was so good. I'm young, and him maybe not knowing, he made it seem kind of cool to me, you know what I'm saying? And you see, we get out and be out, this back in the day, the respect and everybody just, hey, how you doing, brother? On him, could tell, you one of them solid guys. You was a warrior. You'd been, been through it. Now, I ain't never been to the Army or the, Navy or none of that stuff, but I would think that's something like, the penitentiary, except it's more people with things to prove for their name and, a little bit more BS. You know what I'm saying? But it do affect you, you know what I'm saying? Now if you ain't no smut on your name, and you wasn't no buster, you stood on all 10, you wasn't playing, ain't nobody play with you, respect to you, you know what I'm saying? You made it, and you ain't get cut up and, lose your life, or get, your manhood took in, all that type of situations, man, that's a salute. But it'd have been better if you never went, and I keep hearing people talk about what the Mexicans, the South Side is just the hardest, Nah, the brothers get in, the Muslims ain't no joking, and making it sound like it's some great badge of honor, like it's something that if you're a real one, you had to go. Now, if you was messing up and doing stuff, but sometimes you was just being silly, or you was moving too fast and you wasn't thinking, you wasn't strategizing too much, you wasn't too good at that. You know what I'm saying? You was a fuck up and you didn't care about nothing, and it had to sit you down, and a lot of people didn't learn from it. But to be like, you need to go, because I thought, shit, I was a bad little kid, so I remember as a kid, adults telling me, oh boy, you gonna go to prison, you know what I'm saying? And I was shit, and then I said, man, I am gonna go to prison probably, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then hit juvenile hall, then hit and all that, and I end up going. And I think if certain people, like, my mom, she kept me away from the family. Oh, they crazy. We don't deal with them niggas. My sister, they kid, none of them. We don't deal with them. We serving the Most High, and this, that, they on some other stuff, and as I got older and messed with him, I seen it probably was a good idea, for the most part. Much love to the folks though, but some of them, ain't shit. Snakes and scandalous and thieves and all the above. So I didn't really have too many young. I was the only child. My brother and sister was already grown, so they was out the house. I was, just me pretty much, and my nephews. They used to be around a lot, but if Pops would have been like, "Oh boy, that's terrible," he didn't tell me the bad stuff. He made it sound like, "Oh, breezy in the park. You go play golf, play basketball, get your yams, snacks, and go work out and get buff. Come out here and take everybody's girl." You know what I'm saying? So the delusion is a cold thing, and a lot of people that fell for it. So before I even was really on that path, I kind of felt like, well, man, I kind of want to go. And I kept going to the county and doing 6 months and 8 months, and fresh 18, I was doing time. So I said, shit, well, I want to talk. And then everybody, when you go to jail, they say, "Oh man, the county ain't shit, boy. Go to the big boys, man. This, they get to go outside, and then we get the movie night, and we get to, they eat better." And I said, well, shit, yeah, and I unknowingly set myself up for, well, that's my path anyway. I'm big, tough guy. I'm socking on shit. Ain't nobody messing with me. And I went there, and boy, was I disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I disappointed. That reception when you gotta do that 23 hours in the little ass cell with another man, stinking and shitting and oh man, and then sometime you don't come off for that hour, boy. Everything locked down, and we just sitting in a cell just as big as a bathroom, and it was terrible. But you got to make the best out of the situation. So yeah, it wasn't all bad, and I was in there like, you got to keep on going. You make the best out of it. But it's not nowhere at all. So, I tell my sons, man, the jail ain't for you. Don't do it. And you know what I'm saying? I try to instill that in them. And, my son 18, my other one young 9. So. And he ain't been to no jails or no nothing. So I'm, they doing better than I did. They doing all right. So, hopefully they'll never have to see that, And for the other young men that think, life's a game. When you get in there, man, it's a game too, but it's a dangerous game. And it's a game nobody want to play. And everybody can talk, well, yeah, I've been in there, and I'm the man, and I was the rep, and I had the keys, and all that shit add up to a bunch of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So don't believe the hype. We gonna wake that shit all the way up, man. It's not for nobody, especially if you're a black man. All the odds stacked against you. They, it is what it is. You ain't got no allies. You ain't got no friends and shit. And the homies, we tripping with each other so much. So the blacks, period, we on each other, you know what I'm saying? And it make you look at the world and think the inside is like the outside. Now, there's some similarities, you know what I'm saying? Some certain things, certain people really don't like you, and they really, you know what I mean? You really know some stuff, open your eyes to some things, but it's not the same. Like, I can get money with a white boy, I can get money with a Mexican. When one of my white boys break bread, we eat, cool, one of my boys, you know what I'm saying? And in the pen, but he ain't from a gang, so he would have had the right to run the wood, you know what I'm saying? But he, black, white, black kids, he had an Asian kid, he really different type of white guy, but he ain't the one that be like, hey, my nigga, and swaggy, he regular, but he with the stuff. And if certain people that I didn't know before I done took them brides and been in there and got so indoctrinated with they BS, I would think, I can't with white people, you know what I'm saying? It block off a lot of stuff. Mexican, they do this and they like this, and you think you get a hatred or assumption of just because the lowest of that race, because there usually be some good, some solid people and people that have money and all that end up in there too. But a lot of it be some junkies and some thieves and some broke boys that's mad at life. You know what I'm saying? It's losers. It be losers. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get all the knowledge you think about a race or how people get down by just a handful of certain people, and then there is politics and it's different things. So it make you look at world different. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't good for nobody. Nobody need it, but sometimes it will sit a man down that might be headed for the graveyard. You know what I'm saying? It could be a blessing in disguise. But you gotta, it's what you do after, because it ain't gonna be easy once you get out, and especially if you did long stints and all that. You know, you be shell shocked. You come back and stuff moving, and people and women, and it's just woo. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, hold up, let me. You know, it's a different ball game, man, and it's you know. My main thing is just to tell the youth, or people that ain't been it, or maybe attracted by the life, or maybe think it might be cool. It's very foolish. It's very dumb. It's very, you know what I'm saying? You lose. You might lose. You're going to lose your woman, more than likely. Kids, if you had them, they going to turn, it's crazy. Something might happen to your parents. You just being there sick. Can't do nothing about it. You ain't making no money. You ain't getting no property. You ain't getting no cars. You know what I'm saying? Unless you in there and you toughing and stuffing and trying to make money and set. It can happen now. I've seen a few, but I said, it wasn't for me, because I'm like, I'm just here. I'm gonna go home. I ain't trying to be kingpin. I ain't put nothing in my. I ain't keister or nothing. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Nope, not little, not medium, not big, nothing. That's it. So that wasn't why I get there, but so pretty much you just wasting time not getting no money, unless you one of them guys in there and you hustling and taking them chances to get time, and it's a headache though, and most people, they couldn't do it in the streets when it was clear opportunity. Now you got people watching of you damn near 24 hours, give or take, you know what I'm saying? And most of them got caught out there, so when they get in here, eventually they get caught, people telling. And it's a whole lot of busters in the prison yard, you know what I'm saying? That's why all the prisons in California ain't flipped. Most of them PC are 50-50 yards or whatever the case may be. So yeah, man, it ain't for nobody. It ain't for nobody. So all the tough guys, all the Northerners run it, the Southerners run it, the Crips, the Bloods, the Muslims, yeah, y'all can keep that, you know what I'm saying? And it feel good to know, like, that if I got to, if it's something to do with my family, or if it's somebody trying to do something to me and I just had to go, then, that's different. But out here looking for the bullshit and playing like everything a game, that's the final stage. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just lose your life. But that's the final stage, and it stress you out, make a nigga go bald, you know what I'm saying? They go bald, lose his hair, It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. But I just want to say it's not worth it. Don't believe the hype. Stay out, man. Be about you getting your money, about elevating and taking trips and doing nice stuff with your family or by yourself, however you like to get in. But it's so much in the world to do. It's a lot of BS, a lot of negativity, a lot of hate, a lot of crimes, a lot of all that, you know what I'm saying? But it also is a lot of good, you know what I'm saying? And if you out there living good and doing stuff, you see like, wow, I was just chilling for, while I'm standing by the damn stove, while I'm on the block, while I'm sitting in the park, or they getting faded and talking about nothing with people there, and we not doing nothing. I see a lot of people is waking up to say, okay, this is better. Okay, we gonna have peace. We gonna stop tripping, or we gonna come together. And it's always been a talk, but I'm guessing when our people had the Panthers and getting laws changed, and we was doing better. You know what I'm saying? Our people was doing better. I know my aunties and mamas and them, and Compton was nice, and Pomona was nice, different areas. San Bernardino was nice, and shit, even the cities, it was nice. Still is nice, but yeah, man, we gotta get on that, get on it. If not for us, at least for our young offsprings and cousins and nieces and nieces and nephews, and the young people, so they could elevate, because it's a lot of stuff stacked against us, man. Once you black, it's a whole lot. And people say, oh, Crimea River, that happened 400 years ago, and da-da-da. But, if you got any kind of sense or any kind of smarts, that has to affect a person. That has to affect the people. You know what I'm saying? for a long time, because it happened for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a lot of hate towards you know, the chosen ones, the peoples, and we got to get it together, all right, to continue to be just, you know, go through this stuff, because, you know, it was written. It was, you know what I'm saying? And the only way is going to, first off, and get everybody to that look like me or whatever to be doing good is you got to follow the Creator. You got to follow the laws. You got to, you know, not be so much of this world, because this world is a hell of a thing, as you can see. Now, you know, Trump and other people, you know, they could do a whole lot. And then you could see the P. Diddy's and the Bill Cosby's and the, you know, black people that we put on, oh, he's getting money. Oh, he's very talented. He's great. And get slapped back to earth like, hey, what, you doing way too much. When we know it's some people in the background that he was trying to look up to, trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? Doing they little stuff that they do. We ain't supposed to even indulge this type of weird activity. But we start using their ways, and then, yeah. And then you pay for it, because most of the time you know better. So anyway, man, shout out. This ain't, you know, preaching moment and all that, but I just had to speak on it, because it's cool. I see, you know, people telling their stories, and I guess I would hope, I don't really watch too many prison stories channels, you know, maybe cartoon, 16 Life I kind of look at here and there. But I don't really watch too many of it, you know, because I've been to the pen. I know what it's about, know what they're talking about. But I hope the message that they really putting into it, besides just telling their story when they were victorious and when they take the L's and all that, is it ain't for y'all. It's not for nobody. It's no good times. I mean, you do make the best of your time and all that, but it's a waste of whatever many years you got. It's a waste of it. I don't care what nobody say. I have to say it was a waste. You know what I mean? Because if I was on my shit and just being cool, and I could have learned them things that I learned in there without having to go there. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think. But yeah, man, the jail, the penitentiary, it's not cool. It don't make you tough. It don't make you a real one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got caught. You was doing foolish stuff. For the most part, most of the time, you know what I'm saying? You was wilding. You wasn't paying attention to what you need to be paying attention to, and you lost years of your life that you can't never get back. Anyway, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Appreciate all the subscribers. Appreciate anybody that tunes in, checks it out, you know what I'm saying? That rock with your boy, I rock with you, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna do what it do, and keep it authentic 100 times, you know what I'm saying? All the time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.